Another day, another story. Hello and welcome to today's episode of What If. Today, we're exploring a world without gravity. We are all familiar with gravity, the force that keeps us grounded on Earth and governs the movement of celestial bodies. But what if one day, gravity vanished? How would that impact our planet and our lives? Let's find out. Without gravity, the fundamental laws of physics would be upended. We would be weightless and our surroundings would lack any force of attraction. This means that our bodies would lose the ability to remain grounded and we would float around like astronauts in space. On a larger scale, the planets would no longer be anchored in their orbits around the Sun. The Earth itself would fly off on a straight line into space, as there would be no force to hold it in its orbit. On Earth, everything would begin to float around. Buildings, trees, and cars would no longer be anchored to the ground, and the consequences would be catastrophic. Anything not properly secured would fly off into space. Airplanes would fall out of the sky, as there would be no gravitational force to keep them aloft. This would be devastating, as air travel has become a critical part of our society and economy. The ocean would also be affected, with water lifting off the surface and drifting into the atmosphere. This would cause a massive loss of water resources and create disastrous weather conditions. Even small things that we take for granted, like holding a cup of water, would become impossible. Water would float away into the atmosphere, leaving us with no way to drink or use it for everyday tasks. Our bodies would also be affected, as the loss of gravity would make it difficult to move and maintain balance. This would require significant adaptations to how we live and work. Scientists would be tasked with finding new ways to generate gravitational force, either through artificial means or through a better understanding of the fundamental laws of the universe. One solution would be to create artificial habitats with artificial gravity, similar to how it is done in science fiction. This would require significant resources and technological advancements. The loss of gravity would be a catastrophic event with far-reaching consequences. However, humans are a resilient species, and we would undoubtedly find ways to adapt to this new reality. Here are some of the things that would happen if there were no gravity. Everything would float in space. Without gravity, everything would be weightless and float around in space. This would make it very difficult to move around and perform daily tasks. No more tides. The gravitational pull of the moon and the sun are what causes the tides on Earth. Without gravity, there would be no tides and the oceans would be still. No more atmosphere. Gravity is what holds the atmosphere around the Earth. Without gravity, the atmosphere would be lost to space, making it impossible for humans to breathe. No more orbits. Gravity is what keeps planets and other celestial bodies in orbit around the Sun. Without gravity, everything would fly off into space. No more seasons. The tilt of the Earth's axis and its rotation around the Sun are what cause the seasons. Without gravity, these things would not happen, and there would be no seasons. No more satellites. Satellites rely on gravity to keep them in orbit around the Earth. Without gravity, they would float off into space. No more weight. Without gravity, there would be no weight. This would make it difficult for humans and animals to develop muscles and bones. We can explore some of the hypothetical advantages and disadvantages of gravity vanishing. Advantages: weightlessness. Without gravity, everything on Earth would float freely, including people. This would be an exciting experience and could lead to a variety of new activities, such as space travel or even sports. Reduced impact of natural disasters. Natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis are caused due to tectonic plate movements. Without gravity, these movements would stop, and hence the impact of such disasters would be greatly reduced. Exploration of new areas. With the possibility of weightlessness, space exploration would be easier and more accessible. Scientists could study the universe and planets in greater detail. Disadvantages: Air and water quality. Without gravity, air and water will become stagnant as there will be no upward and downward flow. This can result in a decrease in the quality of air and water. Stagnant water can also become a breeding ground for bacteria and viruses. Health issues. In the absence of gravity, human bodies will change, as they will no longer be subject to the pull of gravity. Our muscles and bones will deteriorate, and the cardiovascular system will suffer. We may also experience severe headaches and vision problems. Disruption of ecosystems. Gravity plays a critical role in ecosystems. It helps to regulate temperature, water flow, and the distribution of nutrients. Without gravity, these delicate ecosystems would be disrupted, and many species would struggle to survive. The disappearance of gravity would have both advantages and disadvantages. While the possibility of weightlessness and easier space exploration is exciting, the impact on air and water quality, human health, and ecosystems is a cause for concern. And that's a glimpse into a world of gravity vanished. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more What If episodes. Until next time. Thanks for watching.